start again. It's a rich thing.
Xin Chao. Welcome aboard this virtual adventure to Vietnam, a country that will leave you breathless with its stunning scenery, delicious food, and rich history that's as dramatic as a Hollywood blockbuster. So grab your pho and let's get started. First things first, Vietnam is nestled in Southeast Asia, bordering China to the north, Laos to the northwest, Cambodia to the southwest, and the South China Sea to the east. It's like the skinny jeans of Asia, long and narrow but full of character. Vietnam is home to over 97 million people, making it the 15th most populous country in the world. That's a lot of people sharing a bowl of pho. Vietnamese people are known for their warmth and hospitality. Visitors often leave with not just memories but lifelong friendships. Vietnam is home to 54 ethnic groups, each with its own customs, languages, and traditions. It's a colorful mosaic of cultures and communities. It's not the biggest country, clocking in at around 128,400 square miles, or 332,699 square kilometers. That's roughly the size of California and Oregon combined. But don't let its size fool you. Vietnam packs a serious punch. How about their currency? Get ready to say Xin Chao to the Vietnamese Dong, VND. As of today, you get around 25,000 VND for every $1. That's right. You can feel like a millionaire with just a few bucks. Speaking of pho, this fragrant noodle soup is Vietnam's national treasure. The rich broth, the melt-in-your-mouth meat, the fresh herbs, it's a symphony of flavors that will have your taste buds doing a happy dance. But Vietnam is so much more than just delicious food. Although, let's be honest, that's a pretty great start. This land boasts a history that stretches back thousands of years. The powerful Vietnamese empires like the Champa and the Dai Viet left behind incredible architecture, like the ancient temples of my son. Speaking of empires, Vietnam fought for its independence for centuries, most notably against the French and the Americans. Their resilience and fighting spirit are a source of national pride. The country's resilience and spirit are reflected in its flag, where the red background symbolizes sacrifices made during years of conflict, and the five-pointed star represents different societal classes crucial to Vietnam's development. But Vietnam isn't all about looking back. Today, it's a young, vibrant country with a booming economy and a rapidly growing middle class. Navigating traffic in Vietnamese cities is an adventure in itself. With millions of motorbikes zooming around, crossing the street feels like playing a real-life game of Frogger. Vietnam is famous for its traditional water puppetry, a unique art form where puppets dance on water to tell stories. It's like Broadway, but with more splashes. The iconic conical hat, or non la, is not just a fashion statement, but also a practical accessory to protect from the sun and rain. Plus, it doubles as a stylish fan. The áo dài is the traditional Vietnamese dress, worn by women on special occasions. It's a symbol of elegance and grace, flowing like poetry in motion. The rice terraces of Sapa are a stunning sight, carved into the mountains by generations of farmers. It's a testament to human ingenuity and nature's beauty working in harmony. Hoi Min City, formerly Saigon, is a bustling metropolis with a mix of French colonial architecture, modern skyscrapers, and enough street food vendors to keep you happily snacking for days. The Cu Chi tunnels are a vast network of underground tunnels used during the Vietnam War. These tunnels are so intricate, they make ant colonies look basic. Despite enduring significant challenges, including the lasting impact of the American War, Vietnam continues to thrive, welcoming visitors with its vibrant cities, stunning coastlines, and warm hospitality. So, what other mind-blowing facts lie within Vietnam? Let's get started as we count down from number 12 to number 1. Stay with us till the end, because we're saving the best for last. Number 12. Snake wine. Snake wine is a peculiar gastronomic choice found in Southeast Asia, particularly in Vietnam, where bottles of wine contain snakes coiled inside them, appearing as if they are ready to strike. The process of making snake wine involves placing a live snake into a bottle filled with alcohol, where it eventually drowns. As the snake nears death, it often coils defensively, which is believed to appeal to customers, suggesting the snake was vigorous and formidable in life. In some cases, the snakes are stunned, gutted, and sewn back together before being placed in the wine, a procedure that must be done swiftly to ensure the snake remains alive upon entering the alcohol. Despite claims that snake wine can improve health vitality and even enhance sexual performance, these assertions have not been scientifically verified. Before we move to number 11, if you're enjoying the video, please subscribe to our channel and share the video. It means a lot to us. Thank you. Number 11. The fascinating origins of Vietnam's name. The origins of the name Vietnam have intriguing historical roots. In ancient Chinese, Viet described people from beyond China's borders, and Nam meant to the south. So Vietnam translated to the people to the south. Catchy, right? But ancient Vietnamese added a mythological twist. Viet referred to fairies and dragons, reflecting the legend that Vietnamese people descended from these mythical creatures. Officially, Vietnam got its name in 1804 during the Nguyen dynasty. Interestingly, while Vietnamese nationals, neighboring countries, and even the UN use the two-word form Vietnam, the single-word version Vietnam is predominantly seen in Western writing. Number 10. Floating markets. The Mekong Delta is renowned for its vibrant floating markets, where vendors sell everything from fresh fruits to unique souvenirs directly from their boats. This bustling marketplace on water offers a unique shopping experience, blending the lively atmosphere of a traditional market with the serene backdrop of the river. It's a shopper's paradise, where you can float along and explore a variety of goods, all while enjoying the picturesque views of the Delta. Whether you're looking for tropical fruits, handmade crafts, or simply want to soak in the local culture, the floating markets of the Mekong Delta provide a one-of-a-kind adventure that captures the essence of Vietnam's rich heritage and bustling trade. Number 9. Tailoring Heaven on a budget. In the coastal city of Hoi An, you can get a bespoke suit or dress made for well under $100. It might seem surprising to find over 500 tailors in this small city, but Hoi An's tailoring industry has roots stretching back over 1,800 years to when it was a bustling trading port along the Silk Route. With an abundance of materials flowing through the markets, skilled tailors saw the chance to grab cheap fabrics and offer great savings to their customers. This tradition has continued, and in the last couple of decades, tourists have flocked to Hoi An to take advantage of the affordable, high-quality tailoring. Number 8. The Cashew King of the world. As the world's top exporter of cashew nuts, Vietnam churns out more than 55% of the global supply, raking in over $2 billion annually. The cashew plants made their way to Vietnam in the 19th century, initially grown in gardens for shade. However, in 1990, the Vietnamese government recognized the cashew's potential and poured resources into its production. This strategic move quickly paid off, and by the mid-1990s, Vietnam had claimed its throne as the world's leading cashew exporter. Number 7. Motorbikes in Vietnam. Vietnam boasts over 60 million motorbikes for its 97 million residents, a stark contrast to the UK's 60 million population with only 1 million motorcycles. Efforts to reduce or ban motorbikes in cities like Hanoi hinge on new public transport systems, which have faced numerous challenges. With so many motorbikes and other vehicles on the roads, crossing the street can be daunting for newcomers, making it a notable culture shock for travelers visiting Vietnam's bustling cities. The streets of Vietnamese cities are adorned with vibrant murals and street art. It's like an open-air gallery where every corner tells a story. Number 6. The iconic bonme sandwich and bia hoi. In Vietnam, the bonme sandwich reigns supreme in the realm of Southeast Asian street food. This delicious creation combines a crusty baguette filled with savory delights like meat, cheese, pickles, and fresh seasonal vegetables. It's a culinary staple that has satisfied the appetites of locals and backpackers alike for generations. What makes banh mi even more appealing is its affordability, often costing less than $1 per sandwich. This affordability, combined with its delicious flavors and satisfying ingredients, explains why banh mi sandwiches are immensely popular across Vietnam. One of Vietnam's unique cultural institutions is bia hoi, a type of draft beer known for its affordability and lively atmosphere. Found predominantly on bustling Vietnamese sidewalks, bia hoi establishments offer patrons the chance to enjoy their beer, while seated on small plastic stools squeezed into any available space. What sets bia hoi apart is its incredibly low price, typically around 20 cents per glass. During happy hour, you might even stumble upon a buy-one-get-one-free deal, making it an even more enticing option. Number 5. Discovering Ban Giok Waterfall. Ban Giok's waterfall holds the distinction of being Vietnam's widest waterfall, yet it remains one of the country's lesser-known natural marvels. Situated along the border between Vietnam and China, It is nourished by the Quezon River. Standing impressively at over 30 meters tall, the waterfall cascades down several terraces. During the wet season, the volume of water pouring over the falls is so substantial that the individual terraces merge into a unified torrent, transforming the scene into a singular, breathtaking cascade. Despite its grandeur and seasonal transformations, Ban Giok Waterfall maintains a tranquil allure, making it a hidden gem waiting to be explored in Vietnam's diverse landscape. Number 4. Hang Son Doong. Hang Son Doong is a breathtaking natural wonder that stretches over 3 miles in length. It is so wide that a Boeing 747 could fly through its expansive chambers, some of which are large enough to accommodate entire blocks of New York City skyscrapers. Within the cave, the roof has collapsed in a few places, allowing sunlight to filter through and inviting a lush jungle to thrive inside. Trees, plants, and wildlife have taken root in these areas, growing to heights exceeding 30 meters and creating a unique ecosystem found only in Hang Son Doong. Remarkably, under specific conditions, clouds are known to form within the cave system itself. The cave's immense size and stunning beauty have led some to draw parallels with Jules Verne's novel, Journey to the Center of the Earth, as its grandeur and otherworldly appearance are truly overwhelming. Number 3. Vietnam's biggest festival. Tet is the largest Vietnamese festival and one of the most popular in Southeast Asia, celebrated by over 90 million people. Typically coinciding with Chinese New Year, the 1-hour time difference between the two countries can sometimes result in the new moon, and therefore New Year, falling on different days. Tet traditions include cleaning the house, reuniting with family, and giving offerings to ancestors. This vibrant celebration marks the start of the Lunar New Year with a blend of cultural rituals and festive activities that bring together communities across Vietnam. Number 2. A long and impactful conflict. Known as the American War in Vietnam, the conflict that defines much of Vietnam's recent history lasted nearly 2 decades, claiming over 3 million Vietnamese and 60,000 American lives. During this period, the United States military employed extensive tactics, including the use of incendiary devices and herbicides like Agent Orange across Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. These actions were aimed at reducing jungle cover to hinder enemy movements. Despite the war ending nearly 50 years ago, many of the jungles affected by these chemicals have yet to recover fully. The war officially concluded in 1975 when North Vietnamese forces captured Saigon, now Hoi Min City, marking the end of South Vietnam. By this time, the United States had withdrawn its troops and financial support from the region. Diplomatic relations between the United States and Vietnam were only normalized in 1995, marking a significant milestone in the post-war reconciliation between the two nations. Number 1. The challenges. The country faces its share of challenges. Vietnam faces some serious environmental challenges, like rising sea levels, deforestation, and pollution. These issues threaten the country's natural beauty and economic prosperity. Vietnam's economic boom is a double-edged sword. While it's lifted millions out of poverty, it's also created a gap between the rich and the poor. Ensuring equitable development is crucial. Let's talk about another challenge: motorbikes. They're everywhere in Vietnam, a cheap and convenient way to get around. But let me tell you, navigating rush hour traffic in Hanoi is an adventure, to say the least. That's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on Vietnam? Please share your comments below. If you like the video, please subscribe and share it. Click the like and the bell buttons. Thank you.